Hello, good morning. It's Tuesday. It's Kate Bolt, independent stand-up demonstrator here in the UK, bringing you coffee and cards Facebook Live every Tuesday morning. Welcome if you're joining me. I'm just going to move the camera slightly because I always feel very close to you. Is that better? I felt like we were very close to each other. Good morning. Please let me know if you are with me. Give me a little comment just to let me know you're here, or a thumbs up or something like that. Now I feel I'm very low. Good morning, Carol. How are you? Are you well? I've got my coffee for coffee and cards. Have you got yours or your tea? I'll just take a few minutes to see if anyone hops on and joins us and have a little bit of catch up and a bit of a chat before we do some crafting. Good morning, Hilary. How are you? I haven't seen you for so long and I can't wait until we can do things face to face again. It's going to be so nice, isn't it? Oh, who was very pleased when we got a little bit of our roadmap completed and we opened up a bit yesterday. You're on your second I'm also on my second coffee. Good morning, Joe. You've hopped on. I'm so glad. You've got a busy day, haven't you? It is busy. It's really busy. I think my busy is different. Oh, I am glad you're well, Hilary. My busy is different these days, but I have a Zoom meeting tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock and then I've got to take the car into the garage in the afternoon and then I have a walk. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so busy. Really, that wouldn't have been busy before, would it? I think if it's taught us something, it's taught us to slow down a little. Good morning, Claire. Lovely to see you. So if you are watching me live, have a big warm welcome to you. If you are watching me on replay afterwards, please let me know you're watching on replay. If you're watching on YouTube, this is my every Tuesday coffee and cards Facebook Live replay. So there's always a little bit of a chat before we get down to some crafting. So if you are doing that and you don't want to listen to the chat, just fast forward till it gets to the crafty bit and leave me a comment to tell me if you like it. Isn't it? I really love that we've all slowed down a little bit. Tomorrow's a busy day. So yeah, I've got 3 things going on tomorrow. So this morning I got up what I thought was early, which isn't early anymore, because it's the Easter holidays for the kids. I got up at 8 o'clock and I had Jacob to the barber's for 9 o'clock. And the queue was just massive. And I should have known. I did know, but I thought we might get it done. And we were in the queue about 20 minutes. He said, Mum, I haven't got the patience for it. And I said, right, we'll come back on Friday. 7 o'clock, it opens at 8:30. We'll be first in line. So we didn't get the haircut. We came home and we cut our losses and thought, we don't really want to stand outside in the cold for an hour at least before we get in the door. Good morning, Jan. Lovely to see you. I was just saying, I can't wait to see some of your faces when we get back to coffee and cards in real life. That's going to be amazing. And I really feel hopeful that it will be this summer. So let's keep everything crossed for that. I'm so looking forward to it. Yesterday for me felt like we were having some of that oppression lifted. It was freedom at last. Tell me, what did any of you do? Did you go out? Did you go to a shop or have a haircut or your nails done? I'd love to know what you all did. I'm just going to check that I'm live on my page, which I'm pretty sure I am, but I'm just going to check on my laptop, which is next to me. So I'm leaning in slightly to you. Yes. Let's just refresh the page. Oh, there I am in a very tiny window. Mute it, make it a bit bigger. There we are. I can see the comments. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we queued. That was in the summer, Carol, wasn't it, when we first came out? I queued with Jacob. He was desperate for some trainers. I couldn't fit in anything. And yeah, I think we queued for 2 hours before we got into the shop. Oh, what did you guys do? Anyone yesterday? So I went to town because I could. I went up to town and with my daughter and we got a couple of things I needed, but also we went in a clothes shop. And of course it was very well managed as it was before, you know, masks, socially distanced, only so many people allowed in it. No trying on of clothes or touching things you don't want. But I bought a pair of trousers for the summer, and do you know, it just was heartwarming. When we walked out to the car park, there were people there's a cafe there on the back of the shopping centre where everyone can sit outside, and there were people sitting outside together. Honestly, I felt quite emotional. It's been a long time since I've seen people sat outside a cafe. You're going for lunch today, Joe. That is so nice. We tried to get a booking, my friend Liz Yule and I. Liz is at Old Stables Crafts. We tried to get a booking for the thatch because we often meet up for lunch, and you know, in normal times, and we just couldn't get one. So we're hanging out for that because I want to see people. Nothing different yet. I think it'll be a slow burn, and people gradually get back to doing things that they need to do when you need to do it. You know, like if you don't need to go for a haircut, you won't, but I suppose most of us will need that. Oh, yeah. So, but it just feels better, doesn't it? And the sun is shining. It's so lovely. So lovely. So, news. Stampin' Up news. Oh, yeah, we tried a few weeks ago to book the thatch, but we couldn't. Stampin' Up news. So, the brand new, what's it called? The brand new paper pumpkin. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Something of Hope. Why has it left me? Has launched today. It's a new paper pumpkin kit. It's on my shop at inkstampshare.ink. It's a brilliant kit. It's called Bouquet of Hope. My order's going straight in. It's a beautiful kit, and it's all inclusive as the paper pumpkins are. This one does need a block, an acrylic block with it. So it includes the ink, it includes the stamp set, all the card layers and bases, the die cuts, and even the adhesive. The only thing that's not in it to keep the price down is an acrylic block like this. So we would recommend, if you haven't got a block and you want that set, that little kit, it's such a great price. It's like, I want to say, but I haven't checked, I want to say it's about £20 for the whole kit with the stamp set included and the ink and everything. So you need a little D block. So if you don't have one of these, add one in the basket. A D will fit all the stamps in the kit. So I'd recommend one of those. So that went live today. And also, if you do want to go shopping, thanks Baz, I didn't know you were there, so lovely. Yeah, £20. If you do want to go shopping, our clearance rack was updated. So go into the shop, click on sales and specials and look at clearance rack, because there's more goodies discounted in there. So you might want to add something like that into your basket as well, which is absolutely brilliant. So Baz posted a photo this morning in the group, in the Inkstampshare Your Craft group, of the two of us at a Stampin' Up on stage event. I want to say it was spring 2018 or 2019. Baz, you'll be able to tell me. And we were at this big Stampin' Up demonstrator convention, and there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people in this room, and it was electric. It was. The place was buzzing. These events are incredible. They're annual now, and honestly, they are amazing. I wouldn't miss one. I remember the first one I went to when I first joined up, and I wouldn't miss one. They are just incredible. So we had such a buzz, and you get to catch up with all your old friends and make new friends and swap, and you see all the new products and new catalogue, and you get to play with it, and they give you freebies, and we get to stay over, and we stay the night before and go out for dinner. Twice a year it used to be, didn't it, Baz? 2019, thank you. It's so nice, and you get to go with your team or make friends. So I am hoping that soon events will come back online. We're doing them online at the moment, and that is fun. We've just had one, which has been really nice. But they're the live face-to-face events. I can't wait. So you need to be a demo. So you need to join my team, and then you can come to all these lovely things. We have such a ball. You should definitely do it if you're thinking about it. Right, stop chatting, and we'll get down to coffee and cards. I'm going to be using this stamp set today. It's called the Lovely You stamp set. This is the one that I'm using for the whole of April coffee and cards, because I'm now sending out a coffee and cards in the post kit to those who subscribe. And so you get all your card bases, your layers, all your punches or die cuts, and everything that you need in there to make the cards, except for the stamp set. But you can put that on as an added extra. I know. I think next year it's going to be live, Baz, because we'll have plenty of time to everyone to be safe. Joe, you would love it. It's the funnest thing. It's so fun. It's such a sociable thing. Hi, Wendy. I'm glad you're here and you like this one. I love this. This is great. So I'm using this one. Now, I've got my camera facing a slightly different way today, so to try and make it a little bit less clunky when I put the camera down. So I'm relying on my laptop to help me a little bit here. If not, I'm going to have to swap it around. So if you could bear with me, I'm going to try and move you into the right position to do some crafting. So there might be a bit of a delay before I know that we've got it right. So please, please be patient and bear with me. Right, let's have a look. Now I'm going to have to, you're going to see my window, I think. Oh no, that's right. We're going to leave it that way. It's different to how I normally do this. Let's change my tripod. There we go. Here we go. Now I'm going to have to wait for it to catch up on the feed so that I can actually see it, because at the moment, oh, you can just see my knees. And my grid paper's looking a bit dodgy, isn't it? Oh, it's the wrong way round. Don't like that at all. Okay, that's no good, because you can only see it the wrong way round. Okay, let's take you out and go for what my usual way of doing it is. Sorry about that, ladies. Here we come. We're coming back. There we go. We don't want you all the wrong way round. I was trying to make it a little bit... You can see my double chin. I was trying to make it a little bit seamless, but that was probably worse. So what is good is that I have got upside down crafting for Australia. That's probably a bit right. Jo is in my team already, Baz. She is amazing and she's very good. Right, let's move it slightly. Is that better? So I have been experimenting with some technical stuff over the last couple of days, and it will mean that when I've got an extra piece of equipment and I've played with it, I will be able to do Facebook Lives and YouTube Lives where you will see my face in the corner, and in the large picture you'll be able to see the crafting. Oh, Baz is lovely, Jo. You two would get on so well. So yeah, so hopefully... And what it would mean is that I don't have to keep moving the camera around, so you wouldn't see all this clunkiness. So it will get better. Okay. So we're going to make a couple of cards today. I think we're going to start off with this card. Ladies who have the kit, it will be labelled today's date on the front of your this week's Coffee and Cards kit. I'm going to make this one first. It's a really sweet one. And I love this miles apart but still in my heart sentiment. Just a simple Coffee and Cards type card. Right, okay, we're going to do that one first. So in your kit, or if you're crafting along, you will need a card base. We are all amazing in the Pinkies, aren't we? We are such a lovely team. So this is thick basic white cardstock for my card base. I've got to remember how I made this, because I designed them quite some time ago for it all to be ready. Yes, I know what I did. Okay, and I've already cut all my pieces out because I did it as a kit the same as I gave it to you, but I'm going to do it from scratch so that you can see how I made it. So I'm going to get a piece of white, big sheet I think, because that's what I've got around. And I'm going to cut a card front. So my normal card front size, which is 14.3 centimetres, so that's just slightly smaller than the base. Hello, Leslie. 14.3 by 10. Let's put that white there. So I've got that piece. So I've got white on white. That piece is going to go on there. Just make sure it fits. Okay, And then we're going to run it through the embossing folder. Now I've got this one. This embossing folder. I know what this one called. What is this embossing folder? It's got lots of flowers all over it. It is called... This is the packet it came in. Oh yeah, this is the Ornate Floral 3D embossing folder. They like to give them nice long words. And I'm going to emboss it before I stamp, which is going to make it slightly weird. But that was the look I'm going for. So I'm going to just put that through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which is next to me. Just change my plates around. That's not right. I always got to work out what the right sandwich is. Not that one either. Where's my embossing plate? There it is. Tells me on the actual base plate if I just read it. Worse than a man not reading the instructions. Isn't that terrible? Hi Lucy, how lovely of you to join. So nice to see you. There you go, how pretty that is. Look how it embosses all those flowers on there. I love that. Right, let's move that one out of the way. I won't need that again. So I use that embossing folder. You can use any one that you've got that you like. And I have also taken these dies. These are the Stitch So Sweetly dies. You may recognise them because I do tend to use them quite a lot. They're my favourite go-to. Now, these are not retiring. They are staying. They were so popular. They are staying in the next year's annual catalogue. So that's good news. And you get all of these, look. And your mind are all wandering about the packet now. So many frames, and then you get these ones too. Hello, Helen. Congratulations on Helen's retirement. Woohoo! Helen's retired from the NHS after working there for ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And she is now a lady of leisure. How fabulous. I'm just going to work out. So everyone give her a big congratulations. Right, this one I think is the one that I use. I'm just working out which die. Oh no, that one's too big. It's got to be the smaller one. That's the one. That's the one I use. The one with tape on it. So I'll pop those away. Can't wait to see everyone again, Carol, honestly. The next on stage, can you imagine? We are gonna love it. Oh, right, I have a bit of tape on this. I like to put washi tape on my card to keep my die in place. Yeah, I did put it central when I made it. So I'm cutting out a window and I'm going to stamp in the middle of my window, and I'm just doing it by eye, to be honest. Here's a tip. If you do stick a die with washi tape onto your card, put the washi tape on the bit that you're going to not use, because then if it does slightly rip it, because it might be a bit too sticky, it's not this bit that you need. And I'm going to put that through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and cut that one out. I'm so excited because it means I can spend more crafty time with my sister. I missed a layer? Yeah. My sandwich. There we are. 2 at tops. Now, if I can get through that, I've cut this out, but it's also squashed this slightly, which is what I want. Funnily enough, normally it's not what you want, but I want that because I want to stamp on it. Now, you can keep this bit and use it on another card. It's really pretty. And I should have put that in your kits as the spare bit if you subscribed and got the kit for this month. Oh, Helen, I reckon. Now, Helen, my closest for her is over at Haddon Way. So if we're doing live copying cards, that would be the easiest if she were free. So that's going to get glued on the front of there. But first of all, I think I'm going to do some stamping on it. Okay. I'm going to grab a little bit of this grid paper. I like this for spare stamping. Oops. Let's use that a bit because I've now ripped it. And I've picked out some really nice colours for my card. So let's have a look at what we're going to do. I've got everything here. Right, stamps, where are you? We are going to take a lot of these out. Go to them all. Yes, you're not wrong. She could come to them, everything. Come to everything. Right, we've got the flower. Oh no, I didn't want that one. It's this little one I want. And I've got the small flower, and I think I've got that ferny one. And I think that's enough. And then we'll choose our sentiment. Right, I've got some blocks. Yes, craft the day away. Why wouldn't we, eh? Put that on there. Okay, so I am just going to have some fun with some stamping. So I've got... move those two colours, so I'm not using those. But I've got lots. I've just picked some out that I like. And I've got Blackberry Bliss. I've got Terracotta Tile. I have got Bumblebee. I've got Old Olive. And I have got a little bit of Seaside Spray. So I've just got lots of different colours that I'm messing about with. I have included some ribbon in your kit. So if you've got the Old Olive, you might want to use the Old Olive ink. And if you have Terracotta Tile ribbon, because you might have either, you might want to use Terracotta Tile in your stamping. So just use what you have. Doesn't really matter if you don't have those colours though. So I'm just going to do a little bit of random. I think I'll use Old Olive. So who's looking forward to getting back to in-person events then? And who's going to come to a nice big Stampin' Up event if we have one? Because I know some of my teamies are here. Oh, I can't wait. It's so much fun, honestly. I remember the very first one I came home and I was just buzzing for days. So much fun. Right, just a little bit of green I've popped on there. Yay, Lucy, you would love it. You would absolutely love it. I think I'm going to go for Bumblebee. I think I'm going to copy the one I did. And the reason I like this I made a halo, but we'll ignore that. The reason I like this on this, I'm thinking when I stamp, on this embossing, it kind of gives this old-fashioned look. I really like that. It's just a bit of fun. So I've got a couple of those on there. And then I'm going to do some Terracotta Tile. Let's clean it first because I'm going to use the same stamp. Oh, Baz, that's very true. Do you know, I remember sitting there that very first time I went to one, and they gave everybody in the room a copy of the brand new catalogue. So you get it way before all customers. And, oh, that was so funny, Lucy. That was a completely different event. That was a much smaller Pinky event, but you were so funny when you came in a bit late and you were like, oh no, and you felt all naughty. I was like, it's relaxed, nobody minds, it doesn't matter. But I'll never forget that first Stampin' Up convention I went to, that on-stage event, that massive one. And somebody was running around the room giving everybody a copy of the brand new catalogue. And we were all so excited because like nobody else had seen this yet. And opening it up and everyone was oohing and ahhing. And I just remember looking around the room and thinking, oh my goodness, all these people are interested in the same hobby as I am. And they were all loving it. And there's no eyes glazing over. You know, when you're at home and you show your husband or your children, oh, look, that's nice. And they're like, oh, yeah, there goes mum again. No. Everyone absolutely loved it. And it was just, yeah, definitely great. So, a bit of this and a bit of that. There we go. And then I think I'm going to go in with the Blackberry Bliss. And I'm going to do some more stamping the same on the inside too. Do you know what? Baz, I think it was you giving out the catalogues. I've actually got a photo I'm going to post a few later. After I saw yours this morning, I went into my time hop and it's absolutely full of photos of that event. But I have got lots. I've got a lovely picture of you giving out big packs. We had free designer series paper packs, the 12 by 12. And you had a big bag and you were running around the room giving it all out. I got a great photo of that. So that's definitely going to be posted. So that's that. And I think we're going to go for the little flower next in the blue. Now, if you've got the ink pads, fabulous, go for it. But here's a tip if you don't have all the colours that you want, but you might have some of the Stampin' Right markers. You can make a bit more of your colours by using those. So I'm just going to grab a blue one. What colour is that? Oh, that's Seaside Spray. We'll go for that. I think I used Balmy Blue, but we'll go for that. And I'll pick out the Old Olive. Is that Old Olive? Mossy Meadow. That will do. It doesn't really matter. Where's the Old Olive? Might be over there on my desk somewhere. Oh, no, there it is. We'll use Old Olive because that'll match. So if you have any of your pens, not the blend pens, but the Stampin' Right markers, you can use these instead, and I'll show you. Not really. I haven't found they're very successful in colouring stamps with alcohol markers at all. I have tried with somewhat success. It does stain your stamps and I haven't found a great impression. I found the watercolour based markers are good for this. But, you know, have a go and use what you've got. There's lots of ink techniques you can use as well with these, so they're worth it. So it's got a thin end and a fat end. They do stain quite badly, don't they? So I'm going to use the fat end and I'm going to use the side of the nib. And I'm going to colour the top of the stamp, just where the flower is. Well, you can get these in their colour families. You can't buy these individually like the blend pens. You can either buy the whole pack, which is like 100 and some odd colours, or you can buy them in their colour families, which is quite useful. And when the new colours come out, they generally, I haven't checked, I can't remember what I ordered on my pre-order. I probably have. Yeah, I think I ordered the pens. They normally come in a pack of those as well. So I'm colouring in the leaves. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. The stems and the leaves. And you can, it may not come out that well because I'm stamping on embossed, but I'll show you what it's like on regular cardstock as well. Now it's been a minute or two since I started colouring, so then you have to huff on it to give a bit of moisture to reactivate it. So then you can see you have got the two colours on the same stamp and it's really pretty. Yeah, they come as a pack of 5, don't they? And they're really good value doing that. Thanks, Buzz. I always get the in colours. It's a nice way of doing it. I like how that looks. I'm going to carry on. It looks really sweet. And it means you can get a stamp like this, which I would have had to stamp in one colour. You can have both colours. I do like having the options of different colouring mediums. It's fab. So that one there, and I'll do a couple more of these, I think. Also, you can, if you have a big word stamp, you can take your markers and you can colour your word stamp in the different colours. And you can also, so you could create a word in a whole rainbow, if that makes sense. I've done that before. So start off at the top with one colour and work it all the way down with the different colours. And you end up with a nice rainbow. There we go. I'll fill another one in there. And then I think we're done. I know, it's a nice touch, isn't it? Kind of nice tip. And also, if you didn't want to outlay initially, if you're just starting, so there's some people who don't own a lot or have never stamped. If you know, if you don't want to buy all the ink pads to start off with, buy some of the pens, some of the ink pads, you can kind of really expand your colours by doing that. There we are. I think perhaps a little bit more. What colour did I colour this in? That one. Hello, Karen. So, has anyone got any plans for today? Tell me what you're doing. Love to know. I have a lovely walk planned this afternoon with a dear friend of mine. And then, I haven't seen for absolutely ages. And then tomorrow, you're just hanging your washing out. Well, actually, Baz, it's a beautiful day. The sun's shining here. It's so nice to get your washing out, isn't it? It's cold here, though. It's only 5 degrees. I was going to say something. Yeah, and then tomorrow, I believe, Carol, we're going for a walk, aren't we? There we go. Don't know if I can do one more of those just to fill in that gap. Carol and Linda. Carol, we need to persuade Linda to come back in our team. Hi, Karen. Because I think she absolutely loved being part of it. She did. There we go. Finished that stamping. So that's what you can do if you have your alcohol, your water-based markers. Right, okay, let's move my scrappy paper. Bring my card base back in. So that's going to go on here, like so. Which way up am I going to have it? I might have it that way up, I think. Just like that. Oh, you're doing YouTube, Karen. We must have a look. Where are you? Where do you live? Are you in the UK or are you somewhere else? Right, Mars apart that's still in my heart, I think is what I'll have. Or what should we have in there? Cherished friend. Cherished friend, where are you? It's this one, isn't it? Oh no, that says wildly grateful. I have trouble reading them backwards. Carol, if Linda joined your team and made you silver, I would kiss you. And I would kiss Linda. Because if you get to silver, you would, you get a bonus. You get a bonus for getting to silver. And you also get quarterly, so on whatever you buy or sell, you know, go through every quarter, you get a percentage, an extra product bonus. So I've just got my product bonus for the last quarter, and I also had one at the beginning of the year from the previous quarter. So that's all product credit, and I can buy stuff out of the new catalogue with it. So when you're silver, there's a lot of perks to that. Oh, and it also helps me, which is lovely. This is you, Baz. Why have I got just because? I told you I couldn't read it backwards. Baz, that is absolutely you. Do you know, you're one of the reasons I stay with Stampin' Up. There are such a lovely, I've made such amazing friendships. So cherished friend. Now I've got to be very careful because I'm very good at stamping really too hard with this particular stamp set. And I want to stamp it straight down. So wish me luck, ladies. Cherished friend. Oh, look at that. Cherished friend. It worked. So now we just need a little bit of stamping inside. So we'll have a little bit of this. I think I'll put one so that it's underneath So it's kind of popping out there like that. And I'll give it a bit of a clean. Oh, thank you, Karen. It's a really simple, easy one to do, but quite effective. I like the way it was. I did it by accident. I just wondered what it would look like to kind of stamp on top of embossing. See if I could get it looking a bit rustic and old looking, if that makes sense. It's not very descriptive, but I think you might know what I mean. I think my husband's cooking his lunch. He likes to get it in the cooker, in the air fryer really early. And then while he's on his meetings, it cooks. And then he can have his lunch. And then if he gets a lunch break. I keep telling him he needs to tell people he needs to schedule time out from his meetings so he gets a little break. Right, and then we need a bit of bumblebee. I love this colour. There we go. Now, I don't even know if I gave myself any ribbon. Oh yeah, I did. So I've got a little bit of ribbon. This is the terracotta tile, so you might have terracotta tile, that's the colour, which matches this ink, or you might have the old olive, which matches this ink. If you have it, if you subscribe to the kit, or just use whatever you've got. So if you're making a card like this, just pick out one of the colours or something that's similar, and you will be able to do the same. So I am going to put this along here, cut it a bit. I don't need it that long. I can't even remember how I made it. It's been a very long time. Anything after a couple of days for me is a long time to remember anything. Oh, that's right. I think I'm going to stick it on the front of this. I've got my seal. I wonder if that would work. Yes, so I've been experimenting with this, I don't know, some kind of like software that you use for the computer with the help of a very talented helper that we have in Stampin' Up. Well, she's not in Stampin', sorry, I'm not explaining myself very well. A Stampin' Up buddy who, in our big wider team, is such a tech wizard. So with the help of one of her tutorials and my husband's amazing technical skills, I've been experimenting trying to do picture-in-picture videos, and I think that's going to be the next thing that I do. I just need to practice a bit so it doesn't go all wrong the first time I do it. So what I mean by that is that you can see my face, so you can see that I'm speaking to you and see my hands at the same time. So all I've done is put a bit of a snail on there and stuck it to the back, and now I'm going to put some snail down the sides. Tombow is probably better, to be fair, because it gets in all the nooks and crannies for the embossing folder, but this will do. Just got my hand stuck to it. Okay. So did you see that our dog had a haircut yesterday? Bless him. He's the hairiest I'd ever seen him. Of course, he didn't have the excuse to get it cut earlier, because they could only open if there was a medical need, couldn't they? So he had to wait, but honestly, he looks amazing. And he smells so nice. Cherished friend. And then I've got another piece, and all I'm going to do is do a knot. Good morning, Margaret, if I haven't said hello already. I'd like to say hello. Right, there we are. Trim the ends of the ribbon. Make them tidy. So that's that one, cherished friend. And then I think I might actually stamp inside. We need it stamped inside, don't we? So I'll use the same ink. I've used Blackberry Bliss. It's a popular one for me at the moment. I do tend to go through phases with colours. Do you guys do the same? I'm going to put just because. You're my person. No, just because. Let's have a do. Let's put that one in. Oh yeah, let's see if we can get Linda. Linda's so lovely. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Just because. Yes, there we are. Old Olive. Let's do a little bit of... I've got ink all over here, so I don't know what I was bothering with my spare scrap paper for. I'm going to give up now, I think. Actually, let's bring it in, then it won't be so distracting when you're looking at it. There we go. I think that will do. So that's our first card. So it's very similar to the original that I made. Baz, you haven't crafted since November. Oh, you did, yeah, you did Jenny's virtual craft day, didn't you? She did some great stuff. Well, they did some great stuff. Oh, Baz, we want to see you crafting. You're an amazing crafter. So these are the cards. I think I prefer this colour, actually. I don't know, but they're both lovely. And I really like this kind of oldie worldy stamping on and embossing because it kind of makes it patchy. I like that. Not on your own. The Pinkies event was great to craft. I really enjoyed that because I love creating cards and I love teaching a class. But it's really nice to be taught something as well, isn't it? I love that. So that's our first card today. I hope you like that one. We've got another one. Don't forget to stamp your envelopes as well. Love to do that. Let's move that one and we'll go cracking with this one. This one's a bit simpler, I think. If I remember, it's a very simple card with some simple stamping on it. Just with a little bit of a technique on the front as a tip. And I've cut out all my labels already. I've got some ribbon. I've got all sorts in there. Okay, so. Right, what have I got? I have got a card base. And I do believe this is Seaside Spray. That might be one of our outgoing 2019 to 2021 in colours. So if you like it and there's any of it left on the retiring list on my website, do pop over there and put that in your basket because these in colours that are retiring go very fast. So I have got the card base and the layer to go inside to write on. And then I've got a piece to go on the front. But I'm going to show you how I've done that because I've notched in the sides for my ribbon and it's a really simple trick. So I will show you how to do that. I'll grab a piece of card here. Just make sure it's the right size. So 10. It should be the right size. Yeah, that's the right size already by 14.3 centimetres. And that's going to be what we use to stamp on. So I will show you what I do. Now I have taken this punch, which is also, sadly, this little punch, the classic label punch, is retiring. I've used it to death. Oh, Linda, lovely of you to join us. Were your ears burning? We were talking about you. I am so looking forward to hopefully seeing you tomorrow for a little walk. I was just talking about our team events and what fun we had. We used to have the most amazing fun, didn't we? Okay, so we're going to play with this. And this little punch that's retiring, it cuts out loads of the sentiments that Stampin' Up! Do. Obviously, we've got other new products coming. So, but I also found a different use for it. So I saw someone else do this. It's not my idea, so I can't take credit. But I'm not sure who it was either. So I'm using it just to notch in the sides of this one. So I'm going to hold it up that way. And it doesn't really matter where, just not too far down. I am going to go in at the edge and I just want to notch it very slightly, like that. So I've got this little notch here. I could have done it a bit shallower, it would have been a bit neater, but that's okay. And then I'm going to turn it over. And I'm going to do it again. And I'm doing it by eye, guys. If you are worried, just measure it. But that's generally straight, I would say. for me. So that's that. So I've made a notch now. Now I've seen lots of people do cards and they've wound baker's twine around here. Oh, it might have been Michaela Titheridge. She's a very talented Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. It might have been her. Thanks, Baz. You know, it might well have been. So all credit to Michaela, because I think it was. I'm going to grab the ribbon. Now, I haven't got a lot of my ribbon left, so I'm not going to be able to tie a bow. So I'm just going to use this terracotta tile piece. But that's fine. I'm not too worried. I've even got the bit left on the end. Waste not, want not. Right, okay. And all I've done then is wrapped it around the notch, and it just finishes it off nicely and just gives it a bit of added interest, I think. I'm going to grab a bit of washi tape. My trusty go-to stuff. Okay, and I'm going to stick it down with it. Hello, Karen. Welcome. We're a friendly bunch. Okay, I'm going to cut this off here. I don't think I've got enough to tie a bow anyway, but that's all right. I might. I think you're right, Baz. I think it was Michaela. So yeah, that has kind of made us a nice little notch on the side of our card, and that will then go on there, and I'm going to do my stamping. Not sure if my blade was very sharp. There we are. Okay, so I'm going to do my stamping to start off with before I do anything else, and it's a really simple card. Right, so I'm going to bring in some of the old olive, some of my, with the larger stamp that I'm going to use. I tend to use the larger ones first, and then I fill it in with the smaller stamps. So you know you've got room for everything that way. So I'm just going to do a little bit. I think I did Granny Apple Green on the last one. I'm doing old olive on this one, and I don't think it really matters. It would have been better to do the stamping before I set the ribbon down, because I want to get behind there. But I was quite excited to show you how to do it. Right. So, but the good thing about washi tape is that it all comes off, doesn't it? So a little bit of stamping there, and then I am going to pick out some of the other stamps in this set as well. Oh yeah, do you know what? All these techniques get passed around, which is a really lovely thing, isn't it, about being in this nice group, is that everyone shares. Right. I have got a couple of other ones. I just need the block for them. I'm going to use Just Jade. I did get that one out. This is my favourite go-to green at the moment as well. This is one of last year's in colours, but they last for a couple of years, these trendy colours. They're in the shop for that long, so... let's think about where I'm going to put it. One here. Somewhere. There's too much choice, isn't there? There. I think I'll bring it in down the top there. I might have to put some more up there. Right, let's move that one out of the way. And then we need, where's the other stamp? Oh, here it is. Just need a block. The block's a bit big, but it's fine. What I want, I think I'll grab the Granny Apple Green. Here it is. It's a nice bright one. And then I'll fill in the flowers. It's a nice colour, that, isn't it? There, like that. Let's put these all out of the way so I don't end up putting them in the wrong spot. Okay, Granny Apple Green. And then I like that big stamp. Where is it? Oh, I didn't get it out. It's that big flower, this one. This is really nice. I'm going to use that one. I'm going to use Petal Pink on that one just to lift it. Let's grab that block. So all I'm doing is randomly stamping. And, you know, this could be done. You could do it as a one-sheet wonder. You could get a great big piece of cardstock, a really big one, and you could stamp it all and then cut it up and do many card fronts in different styles. That would be really pretty. Absolutely could do that. Oh, our crafty friend is joining us. And when I say that, I mean the dog. He couldn't get in. Bless him, he normally bashes the door until he can get in. Silly dog. Silly pooch. Right, that's the pink. A little bit of that small one, but instead of colouring it in, I'm just going to do it in a solid colour. I could colour it in using the pens like we did on the last card, but I think we'll just do it one colour and that'll save a little bit of time. Bumblebee, also another of last year's in colours. What are your favourite colour families? That would be a good one to know. What do you like the most? Is it subtles, brights, neutrals, regals? Subtles, brights, neutrals or regals, or the in colours? That would be good to know. Right, last colour, I think I'll bring back in the Seaside Spray because that is the colour of the base. Alfie didn't get in. He was trying so hard. I should just let him in. Let's clean this stamp. But I can't really angle the camera around, otherwise I'd go and say hello to you. Silly pooch that he is. Just adds a little bit of almost, I don't know, forget-me-nots. There we go. Okay. That's enough of that, I think. Right, let's do this. Pop it back on where we had it. And this can go on. Oh, brights. You like the brights? They're really popular. If you don't know what the Stampin' Up! Colour families are, I can show you. I have a colour sampler I like, and when you join my team, I make one of these and give them to you. So this is the brights, and it shows you all the Stampin' Up! Colour range, and we do all the inks and the cardstock, and it carries over into our ribbons and embellishment and papers. So that's the brights. Do excuse me. That's the subtles. Those are the regals. Very nice. Those are the neutrals. And then we have our two sets of in colours. These are the ones that are just leaving us. They last 2 years. And then these are the current ones as well. And we've got some new ones coming in. I hop between, my favourites hop between the brights and the subtles. Depends on my mood at the time. Oh, my seal's run out, I think. Oh. Yeah, it's run out. Let's put that to the side. What do you want to know how I did, Karen? What, my colour sampler? Do you want to friend request me and I'll let you know? But you basically have to print it out and then cut up your cardstock to go on there. But if you want to friend request me, I'll gladly share, of course. Right, so that's going on there like that. And I'll bring in my labels that I've cut for you already. And I'll show you the label punch we use. It's the same one. It's the bundle that goes with the lovely U-Stamp set. And I'll show you how I made it. I'll show you quickly how I made it. And I showed you this at Coffee and Cards last week. But in case you didn't join me, I will show you how to do it. Right. Let's grab a piece of cardstock and cut it up. So I need one that is 1 inch. I think it's 1 inch, or it might be 3/4 of an inch. Let's have a look. This 1 inch. And I'll do it by 3.5. Yes, that should do it. So this lovely label punch is fantastic. It actually has 3 different size slots, giving you different elements of the top for each. So depending on how fat you make it, depends on what you get on the top. So there's 3 on there and 3 on there. It gives you 6 different kinds of labels. That's all right, Hilary. I'll see you next week, my lovely. Thank you for joining us. Hope to see you soon. See you as in see you. Okay, and so I've cut this one because this was the size of my green one, and I cut it at 3.5 by 1. And then I put it in this one with the flat top, and I've just popped it in the slot. I like to turn mine round so I can see it at the top. Like that, and just do that, and then do the same on the other end. So that then is the same shape as the green label that I made. Okay, now to get this one, it's just the neck size down, and all I've done is cut it at 3/4 inch by 3 inches, and you'll get that. So that's exactly how you do it. Right, let's move that one out of the way. I'm not going to pop it. I should have done it in terracotta tile to match that, shouldn't I? Do I've got any scraps of that? I don't know that I have actually. What's this one? Oh, hang on, look at this. Look, I keep mine in my Ziploc bags, so I tend to use my scraps before I go into a new full sheet, so I can use them all up and be nice and economical. Let's grab a piece and redo that labeling. I think you've all got Old Olive. I'm just using what I've got left. Oh, that's the classic label punch. What did I do with my punch? There it is. It's hiding. I made a mess. It's a great punch this is, Helen. Love this one. So yeah, I always end up with it up my arm every single time I use it. It's a way of catching it, I suppose. There we are. So now it's going to match my ribbon. And I can save that one for another one. And that one's going to go on there. And I just need to put my sentiment on it. And I think I'm going to use the Seaside Spray because it matches the base. And I think I'm going to put Just because I like that. It's nice. Where's my stamp cleaner? Gone. I moved everything. What did I do with it? Oh, nearly sitting on it. That would have been interesting, wouldn't it? Get my chamois out. Give it a little clean. Make sure it's nice and clean. Just because. We don't need a reason, do we, to send a card? You just want to say hello sometimes. Right, let's see if I can stamp it on here first. Yeah. I think this one might need re-inking. Just because. I better not start singing. I'll get infringed for copyright. Well, that is if anyone can understand the tune I'm singing. Maybe they wouldn't, so it wouldn't really matter. Okay, let's grab some sticky foam pads. Finish this card off. Oh, they're little, they're big. Let's go for these. Oh no, I've got some here. Bye, Jan. Have a lovely day, won't you? Whatever you're up to. Enjoy whatever you're going to be doing. Oh, here comes the dog. He's got himself in here now. All right, let's pop that one on. Now I'm going to glue this one down. On the original, I did it the other way. I'll show you what I mean by that. I'll put that down there. I quite like that like that, just because. And then on the inside, just because. I'm going to put on there. Just because you're my person, heartfelt, cherished friend. I think. Have I got that one out? Did I use that one? I thought I did. Yeah, let's keep that one. Cherished friend. And we've got a bit of fun next week, I think, with coffee and cards. I think I can't quite remember what I've got because they're all put away for each week. But I think I've got a bit of a different fold, a bit of a fun fold next week. I'm pretty sure. So, cherished friend. And I do like a landscape card sometimes. There we are. Cherished friend. And a bit of Granny Apple Green. Oh, I can smell my husband's lunch. A little bit of stamping inside always really brightens it up, I think. Oh, bye Joe. I know you've got lots on today. You're going for lunch at Dinton. Have an amazing lunch, won't you? Enjoy it. There we go. I think we're finished with this one. I'll just pop it inside. How are we doing for time, ladies? Oh, we're a couple of minutes past today. I think I chatted quite a lot, didn't I? Sorry about that. I like to keep it at an hour. Right. Let's pop it in. But I think we're done now. There we go. Cherished friend. I like Tombow. It kind of gives you that little time to move it about. It's a stunning day out there, Helen. I'm going for a walk this afternoon. Right. I do need some rhinestones on there. Move my big shot. It's not a big shot. Stampin' Cut and Emboss. Right, I've got holiday rhinestones. They look nice. We'll use some of those. Now, I don't know if you can see, I have a little halo right here, and that is annoying me, so I'm going to cover it up with one of these. Because, as I said, I am heavy-handed with this stamp set. I don't know why. I have always been. Let's pop this on here, and a couple over here. There we are. And then I need that other bit of ribbon if I've got a bit that's long enough to make a knot. I think we're done. Yes, it's very cold out there. I went out this morning to the barber's. We didn't actually stay and wait all that time in the cold because it was just too cold and the queue was so long. So we're going back on Friday morning at the crack of dawn. So Jacob's just going to have to put up with it till then. But that was, you know, he just said, I haven't got the patience to wait for this, Mum. And it was so cold. I was like, that's fine. There we are. We have a little bit of ribbon on there. Let's just tidy up the end. Yes, it's lovely in the sun. If you sit in our conservatory, it's absolutely beautiful. I sometimes sit out there in the afternoons to work. And it's just gorgeous. It's like being out on holiday, even though it's freezing outside. I love it. Alrighty, so there we are. There's our cards finished. So that was that one, and the original is over here. Let me move some of this. Here we are. Thank you, Karen. So that was the original, and I did that one with the old olive and that one with the terracotta tile. So those two, and these were the ones that we just made, and that was the original, and that's the one with the terracotta tile that we did today. I hope you like them. So don't forget to check out the brand new paper pumpkin bouquet of hope that goes live today, that's available today. And while you're there, the clearance rack has been updated with some nice bargains in there, proper bargains. So do have a look at the clearance rack and that paper pumpkin set. And don't forget to pop a D block in your basket if you don't have an acrylic block for stamping, if you get the paper pumpkin set. Other than that, everything's in there. So let's see, I'll be back on Friday for Facebook Friday, and I've got a really fun card to show you. I think you're going to love this one. Yeah, I'm going to be back on Friday with that. It's using the Whale of a Time suite. So yeah, join me on Friday at 7 o'clock BST, and I'll be here doing that. If you're watching me on replay, do let me know, and if you enjoyed it. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. And please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And don't forget to click the little bell for notifications of future videos. Thank you for joining me, guys. And I will see you tomorrow, I think, Carol. And I'll see you all very soon. And take care. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye. Bye now.